Swamiye Sharanamayyappa. Experiences of Ayyappa Deeksha. The very way of seeing the world shifts by this amazing Deeksha. It is highly powerful. It is going to totally change your life. As a person who had completed more than around 40 times of Ayyappa Deeksha from 1982 onwards, I attribute all the great happenings in my life were due to the grace of Lord Ayyappa. Kerala, God's own country, how perfectly said. If you go deeper into the layers of bhakti, if you understand the sattvic, the sanatan methodology of presenting spirituality, you can see the beauty in it. Many people do the Deeksha during Kartika Masam. In November, they start the Deeksha. They visit the temple. They get initiated into the Deeksha by the Guru Swami. They do the 48 days or 41 days of Deeksha according to the rules. But very few people experience the miracles. Miracles which are beyond judgments. I remember a very beautiful experience. I saw an elderly man wearing Ayyappa clothes, and he was stopping at the crossroad junctions at the signal point where people used to stop their vehicles, wait for the green signal to move ahead. This man, an old man, a middle-aged man with the black dhoti, black shirt, chandan, vibhuti and kumkum upon his forehead, was, yes, appearing strong enough, but he was requesting people to donate him money to go to Shabarimala. Unfortunately, I was seated in a car with 4 people. One of the persons there said, "This has become a fashion these days. In the name of Ayyappa, people are making money. Look at him, he is begging," they said. I was silent. I did not understand. But after a while, as we crossed the signal, the vehicle stopped. It was not moving ahead. I got down from the car because I had to walk a very little distance to reach my destination. I bid a bye to these people and moved away. I saw that man seated upon the footpath, the same person, the same Swami who was begging for money. I saw him. His eyes were full of tears. I met him. I just asked him, "Why are you doing this? Why do you go and beg people for the pilgrimage? Is it right for you to go and do so?" People say that in the name of Ayyappa Deeksha and Shabari Yatra, Swamis are making money this way. Looking into your face, I feel you seem to be an educated person. That man smiled and he had tears in his eyes. "I don't bother what people think," the old man said. "My name is Natarajan. I had been doing for 3 years an AYYAPPA Deeksha. After that I had a break and I could not go for the next 3 years. Then I had an opportunity to put on the Deeksha Mala, and my youngest daughter, who is around 13 years, fell sick. I was running around hospitals. And the doctor was not sure whether the girl would live further. She was suffering from some great health issue. I had been to a AYYAPPA temple nearby in our place and I cried. I told him, please save my daughter, O Manikantha. Next year, I will come to Shabarimala, begging people on the roads, and with whatever little money I get, I will travel to Shabarimala and do the Deeksha for 66 days. That was my prayer to AYYAPPA. Though there was no much improvement during the Deeksha, the doctors were trying out different medicines. I had been to Shabarimala, I had the darshan, even at that sanctorium, looking into the eyes of Chinmudrasana Divya Swarupam of AYYAPPA. I prayed, please save my daughter, my beautiful young daughter, my only daughter. I promised that I am going to come to Shabarimala every year. Next year I am going to beg upon the roads on your name and come to Shabarimala. You won't believe, sir. After I have come back from Shabarimala, within 2 months I found a doctor who had admitted her into hospital for 15-20 days, and she was surprisingly cured of her disease. This is certainly a medical miracle. I am not attributing this miracle to AYYAPPA, but I felt it so that God has answered me. It is probably my faith. So I am on the roads. I am begging people, requesting them to donate some money. Many people scolded me on my face. You have grown like a donkey. Why don't you go work somewhere? Who has forced you to do AYYAPPA Deeksha? They scolded me. My eyes were filled with tears. I touched his feet and I gave him little money which I could have in my pocket. I said, AYYAPPA will take care of you. I have learnt a lesson not to criticize any other Swami. This was a miracle. The same day when I met my Guru Swami in the evening, I have not even told him what has happened. He was explaining to me, in your Deeksha, though you may be a senior Swami, do not ever criticize any other AYYAPPA who is in Deeksha, because God has His own plans. Each one has his own miracle. Every Deeksha will have a purpose. If people are playing AYYAPPA Deeksha to make money, it is their funeral. But we do not have any rights to make comments which have no proof. So I thought I got a message from AYYAPPA. From then onwards, I don't criticize any AYYAPPA without knowing the reason. Many of us do that. We mock at the methods some Guru Swamis prescribe to their Kanya Swamis. We laugh at the way they do the puja. During Shabarimala Yatra, I had several miracles. I can talk to you for 1 month continuously about the thousands of miracles which I had experienced in my life. I remember them so precisely as if they have just happened. On our way, when we were walking up the 72 kilometers from Aluda going to Karimala, there was a young Swami in our group, little taller than us. I was going along with an elderly person who was unable to walk faster. He requested my help and I walked. But that young Swami mocked at me, shouted, "Why don't you walk fast? What has happened? See, it is so easy. You are tired already," he said. I just nodded my head and I asked him to go. He moved away. After 15 minutes, you won't believe, I have seen that young person. I still remember his name is Pandu, who had a wound on his leg accidentally, and he had to tie his towel to his leg and he was limping miserably. He reached the shrine after 2 hours after we have reached the temple. These are simple things. There are many miracles. I am not going to tell you each and every miracle now, but I am going to tell you this is your Deeksha. AYYAPPA Deeksha is very powerful. This is such a special Deeksha that a rich man and a poor man, any caste, any creed, follows the rules perfectly, takes the blessings of a Guru Swami, goes to Shabarimala in his own way. You need not chant big mantras. You can simply say Swami Sharanam many times. Do the Deeksha, follow the Deeksha rules perfectly. The Brahmacharya, 2 times bath, Eka Bhuktam, trying to treat everybody as an Ayyappa himself, going up to the mountains, to the beautiful shrine, crossing the Pampa Nadi, visiting that beautiful Chinmudrasana Mangalaswarupam. Just as you lay your foot upon the Padarittambadi, the 18 steps to Shabarimala, there is a wonderful board there. It says Tattvamasi. If you understand the meaning of Tattvamasi inscribed upon the shrine, you will know the entire concept of AYYAPPA Deeksha. It is what you see. You find him as a statue. Yes, he is a statue. You find him as omnipotent. Yes, he is omnipotent. You feel he is like any other god. He is like any other god. You feel it is nonsense. Yes, it is nonsense. It is so clear. That is why all the ancient scriptures have said Nirakara Niranjana Swarupa. This is an Advaita Swarupa, Hariharaputra, Kaliyuga Pratyaksha Daivam, who is injecting the thought of equality into everyone. Bhutanada Sadhananda, Sarvabhuta Dayapara, Raksha Raksha Mahabaho, Shastre Tubhyam Namo Namaha. Sarvabhuta Dayapara. He loves everyone equally. People who are lost in their lives, who have followed the Deeksha very well and visited Shabarimala, have found great miracles in their lives. I know many people whom I have guided them to Shabarimala. Over these 40 years, many Kanyaswamis I have introduced to Shabarimala and AYYAPPA Deeksha. Each one of them has grown phenomenally. It is not what you are growing materialistically. What you are changing from inside is important. Experiences of AYYAPPA Deeksha are many. Know about the rules and regulations of AYYAPPA Deeksha precisely. And please follow it. Visit Shabarimala not as a civilian but in a Deeksha. First time, when you are putting on the mala, when you have never visited Shabarimala before, you are considered as Kanniswami. That is, you are a virgin Swami. First time. If you have visited Shabarimala as a civilian, next time you take up Deeksha, you are not 100% Kanniswami. That is what our Guru Swami told us. So very first time, make it a point to learn about the rules and regulations of AYYAPPA Deeksha and go to Shabarimala in Deeksha, following all the rules. If you would like to go as a civilian, avoid going during November, December and January. Every month the temple is open. You can go for Vishu or other days. Don't disturb the sanctity of Shabarimala. Throughout the yatra, keep yourself away from arguments. Keep on chanting Swamiye Sharanamayappa, if not loudly, at least mentally. Focus upon the wonderful deity. The little statue at Shabarimala Sanctorium, who is commanding the whole universe. Crores of devotees flock around. It's not a joke. In a forest far away in Kerala, in Pathanamthitta, upon the 5 mountains, you will find at Shabarimala the beautiful form of AYYAPPA, who is the son of Shiva and Vishnu. Vishnu in the Mohini form. There is a purpose behind this. Enquire into it. Learn about the Deeksha. Trust me, whatever be your problems, AYYAPPA will take care. The very way of seeing the world shifts by the Deeksha. Your perspective changes. Do the AYYAPPA Deeksha perfectly. Swamiye Sharanamayappa. Samastaparadha Rakshakane Sharanamayappa. Kaliyuga Pratyaksha Daivame Sharanamayappa. Sharanamayappa.